Hello.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hello, hello. All right, back at it. Session, I believe it's 67, on Tuesday, the 28th, like the last week of June. Good Lord, but we are getting there. Going straight into it. Thank you guys for your patience. Last week was 100 degrees and my room was like 85, 90, and I could not do this. So we are back. We are good. It's a normal weather out, in quote, normal weather, appropriate. And we will start. So kicking into it, last session, a couple sessions ago, you guys had made it through into the Midnight Sparrow and did a camp after you guys had a battle with some rather grotesque monsters. And, or not monsters, sorry, burstrucks, which were fiends. One did escape. You guys had met a couple of, the end of All Is Coming Thailands, who apparently lost a couple of dogs and they're looking for them and asked if you see them, tell them to go home. And moving on, you guys made camp where you guys had a couple of conversations about like personal things, so on and so forth during the camp, and trying to look and be perceptive of what's going around. During one of the first watches, the burstruck that did flee originally did come back, and you guys took it down fairly easily. Not long after, a centaur came through who was drunk and just kind of like, you want to fight? You guys said no. You're like, not really, it's kind of late. And he's like, all right, still like you guys, you seem pretty cool. And he went on his merry way. The next morning, you guys continue on. You met you didn't meet yet. You saw a griffin and its little griffinette, doing little griffin things, eating something. And you guys continued past. Next, you guys encountered a strange cavern, a set of caves and bumpy terrain that was some as small as hills, some as kind of a little bit tall, like a little bit of medium-sized mountains. You hadn't seen it before. For those who are familiar with the old woods and have been kind of around, this is definitely new, and it was very long and wide. So after identifying Andromache, saw that they were created by monstrous beings called they were tunnel worms that usually do not frequent this area, but I don't know, maybe they're taking up home in the old woods. It's the old woods and monsters love it here. Going over, you guys did have an encounter with the tunnel worm as it burst from the ground. You guys had to make some athletic checks, completely did some superb rolls, except Hesperia, who did not roll very well, was about to be eaten, but then thankfully Misty stepped out of its mouth, out of its giant maw, and avoided being swallowed and dissolved slowly in a painful death, or crushed on its way down through the esophagus. So, yay! Afterwards, it went back down again, popped back up. You guys chopped it. Hesperia slowed it. Amazing, well freaking done, and just chopped it. You guys just annihilated it. After you guys booked it past and made it through, and you guys are on the other side. And where is my map? Oh, here it is. I gotta stop naming my maps like very nonchalant names here. And activate this one.
Yes, naming your files is very important.
This is very true.
What is a file?
You mean you don't want to go to forest area 34 times 36?
I prefer forest area B 34 times 36.
Oh, well, personal preference.
_01/05.
.jpg.
There's another underscore 51 then dot.
.pdf, .png, .jpeg.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's saved as a WebM.
Final updated.
Final die updated. That one's fucking relatable right there.
That's so relatable. That's so true.
So do we have a sense for how how far we are away from like the area we were traveling to that Hesperia definitely remembers,
Sure.
but Alex does not.
It's okay. You're not too far off, and actually, as you guys make your way, there is a little bit of rustling in the bushes, or not the bushes, but like the trees and the foliage ahead of you. And
Would you say a
sorry,
rustle in the hedgerow?
ahead of you, yeah.
Don't be a
little-
lawman.
And coming out, you see this adorable, rather cute, just golden, long-haired, medium-sized dog with his tail wagging, and he's looking over at you and Dramaki, gives you a sniff, 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 sniff. He goes over to Calder, gives you a big lick on a piece of armor, doesn't freaking care, and just kind of like goes around you a little bit. Says hi to Gaia. Woof.
You ever see that video of like 6 cats run across the street and there's this guy like standing on the street and he's at like a gas station and then like 10 seconds later like another cat shows up and the dude just points where all those other cats go? That's what Guy's gonna do. Like, they went that way. Like point in the direction of where the dwarves went, the flexy posy boys. Like they went that way. I told them to go that way. Oh, you know what? Actually, hold on. I'll just cast Speak with Animals.
Oh, I'm gonna say I have a potion for this that I've never been able to use.
Well, I'll save a spell slot. You can use a potion if you want.
Oh.
Oh no, never mind. It's a better potion. Your spell's better.
Okay. I will. It's a ritual. I will ritually cast it. Take 10 minutes. Someone distract the dog.
Alright.
Don't let it leave.
Well, I think we just have a snack break.
Yeah.
Oh
Sit
yeah, that
down,
will definitely keep the dog.
have a snack. There should be another dog though, right?
I
There
think
should
it's just
be.
the one.
There's
Oh.
two.
Oh shit.
But you don't see the other one. Kind of goes around.
Can this one lead us to the other one?
Hello, Pooch. My name is Gaia. It is wonderful to meet you. I would imagine you're looking for the what did they call themselves?
The
Anyone
idiot?
remember?
What, do we just hear Gaia going?
Arf, arf, arf,
Yeah.
arf, arf, woof, woof. Bark, 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 woof, woof.
Perfect translation. Excellent.
I'll just kinda like-
accents.
What were they called? Does anyone remember? The blazing something.
The Blazers
no.
of the New Thalia. It's really.
The blazers of the new thing. Are you with those fellows? I'll
Um,
ask the dog.
you see the golden one. He like looks at you. He's like, his eyes get all big, and his tail just like, it goes so fast. It hits you, Kelder. It kind of hurts. You know that whole tail wagging thing. It's like
Happy
butt.
Tail syndrome.
Yeah, happy tail syndrome. His butt wiggles and everything like that. It's really freaking cute. He goes, "Oh, roof, talk, roof, good. What's your name? I'm a puck, roof."
So he's saying the words roof.
I'm saying the word.
He's just
roof, so
excitedly
you know.
barking.
You guys know that
He's
you
giving
hear
the
woof,
other
woof.
sound.
Yes, it's cute.
In dog language, he's saying bark, bark.
Exactly.
I'm gonna kind of like scratch the back of my head and look to the group. I don't think I cast the spell right. Like half the words are actually just him barking. Anyways,
Well, He's a dog.
my name is Gaia. I think I saw. Are you looking for the new Blazers of Thylea? The 4 men who are looking for dogs?
Later. Woof. First. This one. And he like puts his nose to Calder. Lead to those 3 bitches. Witches. Woof.
The dog is looking at me in a very strange light. What are you telling it, Gaia?
Give him I saw you put your. I saw you put your breakfast in your pocket, Calder. Just give it to the dog.
I'm
Gaia's
not
gonna
feeding a
like
dog hardtack.
stroke her
It won't hurt
chin,
it.
like kind of
Probably.
like slightly bite her lower lip. Oh. He said that you, Calder, could lead us to 3 bitches?
Oh,
Oh, I know this
that's
one.
what the dog's wanting.
I know this one.
Oh, that's
Yes,
my neat.
a bitch. A bitch. It happens to be a female dog. I heard this once.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Oh,
Why is the dog telling me to lead you
Oh.
all to bitches?
sorry. He's correcting me. Witches, he said.
Oh, that's so much worse.
Or better.
I mean, yeah. Is it?
Could they be both?
Wait. As in more than one?
Yeah, 3 of them. Could you clarify, Epoch?
Yes.
What is happening?
Witches?
Yes.
Arf, arf, woof, woof, bark?
Yes. Hags. Hags? Bitches? Witches.
Everybody's heard of
I-
the face,
Oh.
right? Can I roll that?
Oh, yeah, it's worse. Yeah. 3 hags.
Can I roll?
Oh, good, a coven.
Yeah, can I roll
Yeah.
history or
Yeah, you can.
anything?
Oh.
No. Fuck.
You definitely know in history there are some bitches.
So,
And
I-
some witches.
Just
so
love history.
Well, actually, you have been here before. No, okay, I guess. Yeah, so you would get advantage on this. You've been here before. You've been you've been to that lake before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you? Keeping secrets.
Oh,
So
okay.
much better.
And so unfortunately, no. Sorry.
I've noticed
Bill?
I start slow.
It'll pick up.
I gotta build up to the good rolls.
I-
Sorry.
Charusis, good lord. Apoc says,
Oh,
Charusis.
spoilers!
I didn't want to call him Charusis said, find this one. Smells like winter, sadness, hero, and good, and has friends. Apoc listen. Apoc brings him to bitches, witches, hugs.
Bitches, witches, hugs.
Hags. Well,
Hags. Sorry, hags.
accent.
Okay.
Much
accent.
worse.
Yes.
Okay,
New hags killed old hag. This new hags.
Wait, did the old hags get killed, or are we killing the old hags?
Oh.
I say that like in common, so
Sure.
everyone can hear.
Wait, Wait,
You're
the-
asking us?
wait, the
Oh, no,
old.
just-
wait,
I'm talking to Apoc.
Guy,
What?
did the dog just tell you that the witch of the lake that's been here for hundreds of years and was responsible for the downfall of an entire fortress set up by the settlers is dead?
Wait, the who now?
Or we are to kill her, says Charusis. One of the two. I'm still
Right.
clarifying.
Wait, this
Carusis?
is Charusis?
What is
I'm so
happening?
Look, my dog bark tongue is not that great. Let me get through this. Hold on.
You see Apoc, he like his tail stops wagging a little bit. He kind of sits down and calms down and says,
I'll sit with him.
eye to eye, conversation, full on conversation. I, Apoc, friend of fellow human and all Thalian. A good boy. Very good boy.
A very good boy as he scratches his head.
Yes. Oh, right there. Lower. Thump, 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 thump. Little back leg goes. Got message from Charusis
Okay.
from a stick.
From a stick.
Stick is Charusis. Big stick. Lots of sticks. Together. I tried to catch him. I caught him. Wasn't very tasty. Charusis sent me and my friend to find, and he looks over, the one that smells like winter, sadness, hero, good with friends. Found?
I'm gonna audibly say, do I have to tell him everything that he smells like?
I don't know his name.
His name is
Continue.
Calder.
Calder of the winter, sadness, hero, goodness, and friends.
I'll like when he says it, like Calder of the, yeah, those things. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Wait, is that dog talking shit about you, Calder?
No, that dog doesn't know what shit even is.
I eat
I
it
don't believe that.
sometimes.
Yeah, they're happy little treats he gets to find.
Happy little accident.
He continues. Continue. No much time. I bring you to secret place and go to the hags. Before one hag, but 3 hag came and killed one hag. I guess they didn't like her. New hags. Bad hag. But necessary or can not be necessary. I don't know what that means.
I'll like, pat him on the head. You and me both, Apoc. Calder, so a few things. First off, you have 3 defining scents. Winter, sadness, and that's it. Hero.
Hero, good, and French and friends.
Hero, winter, and
French?
sadness.
You know, I'd be insulted, but that's pretty spot on.
So, the Lady of the Lake thing you said, I think she's dead. A coven of hags killed her, I think, and it's like they're good. I'm sorry, they're bad, kind of, but not so great. And he wants
What?
to take us to them so we could deal with it.
You guys, I'm beginning to worry that there are some sort of narcotics in these woods, and that
So
I mean,
People like
there are.
Where?
context.
Yeah.
them.
We have harvested them before. It's
Yeah, I
dog
think the
just
dog
decided-
might be on hot. Yeah.
This is definitely not the strangest thing a dog has ever told me before.
Okay.
But he's just decided that he should find Calder.
No, Churusis told him
Oh,
because he was
Churusis.
chasing a stick, and then the stick turned into many sticks, which was Churusis. And I don't know if that is a normal thing for him to do, but I have seen him before, and he is very wood-like, I think.
Yeah.
So I
He
don't know
checks
if this is normal, Calder. That's kind of your neck of the woods, literally.
he very much looks like a walking tree, so I could see where the dog might get confused.
I really love in my headspace the idea of this fine fellow right here biting at the ankles of Charusus. I think it is quite fun to think of. Okay. Well, to be quite frank, that seems like a big deal. Hold on. Let me just
Now,
think
I-
hard on something called my spell list real quick.
I
This
don't
is
want.
this is not a concentration. I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Yes, thank you.
Dog, absolutely.
Now, Apoc, are you telling the truth?
Always good boy.
He
Only
says
truth.
always good boy, so he's telling the truth.
Now, I don't want to. Dogs aren't typically known for being intelligent, and this one, it might think something happened, and not recognize the lie. Just going to say, throwing it out there. We're going to follow. We're following this dog, huh?
Come.
I've talked to a lot of dogs. Generally, they're smart enough to That's a lot of things for a dog to know, thinking for something not to have actually happened.
Yeah, did you see the people it apparently was traveling with?
I'm not. You think they care about the lady?
No, I think they're idiots. So they have idiot dogs.
That's a pretty smart thing for an idiot dog to know.
All
Maybe the
dogs
dog
are
is the brains of the group.
You know
Oh,
what?
wow.
You know what, called there?
I think Calder is affected by the zone of truth.
You might have a point.
I'm fully on board. Like, yeah, all dogs are idiots, so he's got a puppet master telling him what to do for sure. For sure.
Are we still talking about the Blazers?
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Cherusis is the puppet master.
Wouldn't there be? And it feels like this.
Come.
It feels like this is a bit of an awkward way to pass along a message.
I mean, just get everyone to roll a charisma for me. You all, ironically, though, get +3.
We can willingly fail it.
Yeah.
Well, it's just.
The dog doesn't know
I
any
don't
better.
feel like really anyone here would willingly fail.
We're
Ah, damn it! Beats.
Did it not roll on my end?
No. What is your DC? 14?
Look up.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh, I could just
Yeah,
roll
so
here.
Oh,
roll
I
again.
saw you rolled a 9.
It's not
There,
showing
but
up
it
in
didn't
chat.
come through, but you
Are
rolled
you-
a 9
It
plus
should be the
my
middle
3
one?
and your modifiers.
Middle chat.
So what's your modifiers called there?
A 0.
Oh, you failed the zone of truth. Even with my +3, you only had a 12.
Oh, that's
Okay.
weird. The camera can see all the rolls, but I'm not seeing them in rolls.
I saw
Um,
everyone but mine.
I saw your
Calder,
dice come out.
Just to double check, are you on the camp screen?
Yeah.
Are you it's on the landing
Yeah.
page? Okay.
Yeah, I don't see Calder either, but I see everybody else.
Oh, I got a flashing notification at the top of the roll thing.
I also see a flashing
Uh-oh,
notification that I don't know what that means.
Test? No, I was hitting test
Mayday.
to see if I can see anything, and I can't.
Man down.
All right, there it was an OOC. All
Well.
right, well, I'll have to keep an eye on. Okay, we'll get this. There's updates happen. Okay, so continue your charisma checks.
Oh, I think everybody passed, but
Everybody but Calder passed.
called there.
Can I get
yeah.
a charisma from the dog?
He doesn't understand, so he fails. Like he's
Sick.
just an auto fail
Understood.
because he's
Yeah,
a good,
I mean,
100% good boy.
I talked to like humans that seem less intelligent and trustworthy, so I would believe this dog. Plus, I've lived in the old woods like a good 30-some years.
Yeah.
This isn't like really that
So
far.
I'm
out.
sorry though. Let's
Okay,
just quickly
I'm all the way on board.
potentially discuss what is transpiring. What was this you were talking about called there? The lady who
The witch
destroyed
of-
the.
Yeah, the Witch of the Lake who
Already-
created Pidney's Peril, caused the fall of what was it? Something Aegis.
Calder, you know I like you a lot. I'm gonna need you to stop talking like we already know the story, though.
It's strange. We have a handout that explains all of it. Actually,
Yeah, but you don't have indoor plumbing.
I do.
You know, that's interesting. I remember someone else saying something. Very similar to that. I'm getting a lot of deja vu.
The dog starts walking away and like tugs on Andramake's skirt a little bit. It's a very soft palate. It's golden.
No,
this
no.
dog's about to get
but
killed.
but before we
Little
before we
nibbles
go
with the paws kinda quiver.
running into danger, without putting any thoughts into it, what hags? Does anybody know anything about hags? What are we expect? What are we doing?
if
Are we
there's
just
3
going
of
to
them, they
kill
can
them?
cast very powerful magic. I'd say there's a 95% chance I start a fight that might get you killed.
But why are we doing this? Sorry.
I was told to go
That's
here in a
scary.
dream and pick something up out of the lake.
Oh,
You're saying
okay,
it
got
will.
it,
Real
got it.
quick.
Okay.
Might get killed. Just Hesperia, right?
What?
I'd say she's the most likely to go. Yes.
We
If
can
anyone
rephrase
needs
this.
to go.
We can
That
rephrase
seems
this
a little bit
statement.
rude.
There's a
I'm
fight
still
that'll
under-
start where
I'm still
Mythos
under
will
the zone
live,
of
but
truth.
maybe everyone else will.
The zone of-
Yeah, I'm under the zone of truth, so I'm being very brutally honest on his assessment of how he sees a potential fight going.
I'm just gonna leave the spell.
I I have studied how to disrupt the casting of some spells,
That's great.
so that could be a benefit. Do we understand? You said powerful spells. Do we have any idea what to expect? Are they going to try to charm us? Are they going to try to, just fireball us, disintegrate us? Do we have any capacity of knowledge here? You seem like you know these people pretty well, Calder. Like you've had dinner with them or something.
I know of hags. I don't make a point of going out and meeting a bunch of them, but I know about them in theory.
We got
Alright.
any weaknesses?
Stabbing.
That's a pretty standard weakness, yeah.
Is this the same day as the encounter with the worms and such?
Well, just you guys had a rest.
Okay, cool. Because I had used quite a few spell slots.
So,
I think
wait, did you say we did or did not have a long rest?
You guys did, because the last time
Okay.
I saw the long rest was from Mythos.
Okay.
So yes, it's a new day.
So,
Okay,
Hesperia,
so
these
we
are
can
all
remove
really
our
good questions, and
exhaustion
this is
I just
really
want to be
important.
prepared.
I understand, but I think we're asking the wrong questions right now because, by my understanding, we got 8 more minutes left of this. Calder, who's your favorite member of the group?
Strange question. Is that really relevant to discussing battling a potential coven of hags?
It could
I
be,
mean-
and if they are try to get there, if they do possess any sort of mind control magics and try to get their fingers in, we want to make sure that we understand your allegiances going in, so that if they're magically altered, we can recognize that.
Yeah, I would also like to know who your favorite party member is.
In order, Gaia, Andromache, Mythos, Hesperia.
Well, that's fucked
Sure.
up.
And he definitely gives Guy a high five. Let's go.
Look, it's a close 3. You're just new. You got a lot to come in.
Do you only not like me because I'm new?
Yes, I've only known you like a week.
Wow, you just don't like people that you just met?
No,
Oh. Okay.
it takes time to assess their personality and see what they really want in life.
What do you really want in life?
Oh, good lord.
I feel like we've been over this.
The dog starts getting real antsy and starts like barking. Like
Hey, bad
Let's go.
boy, bad. Don't bark.
he looks over at you, Hesperia. Like, are you doing anything, or are you just saying bad dog?
Yeah, like shush. There's bad, dangerous things in these woods. Be quiet.
Puck looks like, puts his ears down a little bit, kind of whines, and Guy, you hear, "Good dog, good dog, good dog." And he starts like getting down on the ground, and he's just like, puts his like little maw, his little snout on his like hands, all dainty like, just waiting.
All right. Are we so we're just going to walk there, or are we going to try to scout out where their lair is? Do they know you're coming, Calder?
I don't know. Weirder things have happened, maybe.
So again, I just want to have some semblance of plan beyond follow dog.
There is always a plan. It's the same plan. I'll grab it, you kill it.
There's
You
3
know,
of them though, and you
I'm
only
not-
have 2 hands.
I'm not going to lie, that was sort of what I was banking on when I thought it was just one hag. Now there's 3, and you do have a limited number of hands to hold things down with.
Mythos visibly counts his hands.
And somehow still gets to 3.
I got this.
I didn't know I was part Gigan.
Apoc goes up to you, Gaia, and kind of whines and puts his like the bottom of his jaw on like your leg and stuff. And he looks over, like his big puppy eyes, like the biggest puppy eyes, a little bit of watery. And he goes, accent good.
Yeah.
Okay. So with the Apoc's leading the way?
Come. Talk, walk, talk, walk, talk, walk, talk, walk. Woof, woof.
We'll follow suit.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can like. hang
So
out.
I failed I failed the history check, but the fates. Can I do like a nature check for like just general knowledge about hags?
Oh
That they
yeah,
like to wheel and deal and shit?
I thought you were gonna
yeah,
ask
yeah,
about
abs-
dogs.
Can I
yeah.
get
That's
in
what
on that as well?
Yeah, I
Like
mean, like you have knowledge. So yes, I would say yes. If you guys want to do separate, or if you want to give
I'll
advantage, that's fine.
let him roll his own. I don't have proficiency or anything in it, but just intelligence check.
this is nature.
Yeah, just a 12 for me.
It's not bad. You already have a background, so that lowers the DC, so you are fine. Um, hags are bad news. There are two famous hags, or well, famous hags. There is, of course, the Fates that supposedly live on Fate Island, which is in the Cerulean Gulf. And then, of course, there is the hag of Hexmire. It's called Hexmire because that is the hag was there. It's basically hex.
And they like to hex people.
Yes. They absolutely deal in, depending on the hag, and it seems like this is one of the old hag seemed to just tear down armies. It seems that if anyone trespassed them, if they didn't like them, looked them in the wrong way. Hags are one of those like weird natures of they could in quote help you, but for a price, or they will straight out just be like you cross them on the wrong day to give what they wanted and they will kill you. But they are known, depending on the hag, to make deals, and those deals are always a backward deal. They might benefit you, and then on the other side they might on the other side something detrimental happens, like you could send away your soul to them or something like that. You can make a pact with them. Hags basically, you can make basically almost a deal with the devil in that sense, and they aren't something that are depending on the hag, they just aren't really like born like that in a sense. Sometimes they're usually created, and they seem to be on a different, from what you know with the nature, they don't seem to be necessarily like they're humanoid, but they are not humans in that sense. There's something other about them. They can nature wise have, depending on the hag, different appearances. The hag that seemed to be a part of the old one, it could have been a night hag. It could have been, from your knowledge, just one of those hags that can take out an army, or at least have something that can influence the army to either take themselves out. You're not entirely sure on that.
Treacherous. They're treacherous bitches.
You hear
should-
APOC.
Bitches.
Yeah, you hear
Given
APOC
the
go,
opportunity,
"Bitch, bitch."
we should use that to our advantage. Play them against each other, if possible.
I don't know that is the strength of this group, if I can be so bold as to say. What is it that you need to?
Excuse me. I think you might be surprised at what Gaia can accomplish.
Well, yes, but also no. Something. What is it we're trying to get from the lake, Calder?
Oh, that's the fun part. I don't know what it is other than its name.
What is its name?
The source.
Right. Sounds important.
Hesperia, make a history check. Or
Okay.
intelligence. I guess it's really
Well,
the same. It's the same.
Yeah, I'm not proficient in history or anything. Could it be an Arcana check at all?
Yeah, you can do Arcana.
Actually trained in that one. 21.
Okay, roll a history or intelligence just for funsies.
Okay. Intelligence ability check. Just a 9.
Okay, that's fine. You, from your dealings with a goddess, in a sense, and sometimes just certain mentorships, you, like, history-wise, you haven't really heard of the source before in this particular context, but you have heard of with your Arcana check at being at 21, which is fantastic. You kind of understand from certain phrases that are used, like the source or the origin of the matter of creation, the matter of life, is something. There seems to be a connection to that. Let's see. Calder did not show Hesperia
The gloop.
the gloop. Well, the gloop turned into a hilt, so. But you kind of get the idea that it's probably something has to do something with creating, like a
Well, sure. The
original
like references
source.
to things of sources is
Yeah.
like ideas of creation. Okay. Don't know that Hesperia feels like that's anything worth sharing.
Sure.
Just since she doesn't have any more concrete ideas herself other than that. She was like, okay, well, unless you intend to entreat, I'm not going to try to make a deal with Hag or anything like that, but
I will not be making any deals. Like I said, probably 96% chance I just start a fight that probably gets you killed.
I'm not going to get. I'm very resilient.
You only said probably.
Yes, I'm very, very resilient. All right. Then we should. Do we just go in there ready to fight? Is there any reason whatsoever that we should try diplomacy?
Nothing comes to mind.
Well,
Is that a no? I
yeah,
don't
Mythos
have anything.
Nope.
wouldn't bring it up, but
All right. Well, then let's lead on, I guess.
Okay.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Okay, so you guys get up. APOC also stands up, tail wagging once more, and he kind of trots away, and you guys follow. And you can see the second time this has happened to you guys in the Old Woods, he gets to this grove of trees, this just the wall of trees that you guys would have to navigate, and he goes, since Gaia, your spell has ended. He just goes a series of woofs, barks, and like deep guttural expressions. You're not entirely sure what it means. And the woods bend and open a path forward. And you guys, every time you take a step, you seem to transport forward quicker. Like it's almost as if you're taking one step is every 25 steps, and then you guys continue walking and until you meet the clearing, an ending to all the trees and this vast lake. Context for people who are familiar or who have maybe been here. Mythos, this is the lake that you retrieved your shield, your father's shield. Calder, you know this lake is Hexmire Lake. This is the only lake really that is this big. In the center, you see on stilts a rather large, looks to be a little like one floor, a home or abode with no windows. It's just made out of wood, gnarled wood, soft wood. It just seems to be like a compilation of different types of wood of different colors. You can see that there is the rainbow wood, the black rainbow wood, which is priceless. Excuse me. And APOC says, sorry. He leads you. Sorry, he can't say anything. He just barks and kind of wags his tail, and he kind of leads you guys around the lake to a particular side where you see that there's a small island, like a pit of land, really. And on that is it looks like another dog. It's like a black dog. It's rather cute. You're not entirely sure what type of dog it is, but once it sees Apoc and you guys, he stands up. You see his tail wag, and he's like, "Woof!" And they start barking. And then Apoc jumps into the lake and starts paddling to the island.
So there's no land connection to this
Nope.
island. We'd have to swim.
Yep.
Yikes. Good luck, landlubbers! This guy just it's like casually gliding across the.
How far a swim is it?
It is about. It's about like It's about sorry, not 75. It's about like 120 feet.
Okay.
So, you guys kind of just go in and go for it.
Yeah. Is there any like anything like? Is the water clear? Is it dark?
Make a
Is
perception check.
any reason to think there's danger in the water? Perception.
It's water, and this is D&D. There's always danger in it.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
That was a
19.
2 on my screen. Okay, so you look into the water, and it is a little clear at the very edge, just the edge, and then afterwards it looks like the deepest blue ocean, where it's difficult to see the bottom. You can't see the bottom. After a certain point, it drops off and it looks just murky and muddy. You don't see anything. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Since you rolled a 19, you do see some remnants of old rusted armor. You see some skulls. You see some bones here and there. And then you kind of look around and realize that there is like at one point somewhere far along the shore, there's this mass of, it looks like a mass burial, or where there may have been a, trying to remember, like a mass burial grave, and maybe a pyre that was not entirely sure. Seems to be that they had put some things at rest. There are shields and swords in alignment with each other or next to each other, and they're quite a lot. It seems that maybe there was a battle that had taken place here long ago. Maybe it was cleaned up. Not entirely sure who would have cleaned it up. But in the water, you definitely can see that there are like rusted old swords, decrepit stuff, and here and there, especially when you move around the weeds, and you can see like a full-on like decomposing phase. It's disgusting. You don't see anything moving in the water. The water's quite still, and the only ripples come from the dog as it is making its way to the island, and looks to be fine. It's about like 20 feet out now, going into 30 feet. He's a swimmer.
Okay, yeah. Well, Sperry will. If the rest of the group's going,
Okay.
then for sure Sperry is.
Yeah, I think Calder is swimming after the dog.
Okay, no problem. If you guys gonna go ahead and make some athletic checks. Except for, well, actually, Gaia, you're fine because of your.
Is there like a heavy current or anything like that in here?
No, it's completely still, aside from the ripples from the dog.
Okay.
Saw that one. That came through. That's a big number.
It is a
It's
big number.
Very big number. That's a fantastic. Whoa, nice, damn. Yeah.
Andromeda hitches a ride from Mythos.
I was about to say, you're just Andromeda. You're like, and then,
Andromache is jet skiing behind Mythos as Mythos just swims like a
Well, now.
powerboat.
freaking powerboat, motorboat. Oh my
Sperry
goodness.
can swim 100 feet. Let's go.
Yeah, you guys, that's fine. With that, those natural 20s, those high numbers, you guys help each other, and you guys make it to the island just fine. So let me go ahead and activate. guys make it to this little spit of land. It's big enough to hold everybody, plus some. The dogs are just kind of like woofing at each other, sniffing each other's butts, running around and being like, yes, we made it. We did our job. And they kind of just sit there, look at you guys, and just kind of put their head on their paws one more time as they're resting, and they're just waiting. Seem to have done their duty at this point.
Is this the only island, or are there other bits of land?
Nope.
Is it just this one small?
This is the only one that you see. Actually go ahead and make, because you're now on a different part. Can you go ahead and make another perception check?
Does anybody else want to look around? It's very not very perceptive. Everybody else is just like looking at their another 19.
Well,
But
nice.
like kind of playing around. Never mind.
Apparently, I'm rolling 8s today.
Okay, get it out now. You look around and you can see that this seems to be the only landmass that you can see, or that is available to be seen to you. You can see though that on the landmass there's this black tile. Looks a little worn. It doesn't seem really dusty or anything like that. It just looks worn. Excuse me. And then you look to your right, so screen right, and you can see another like rise with another stone platform, and it's like a bit gray. It's kind of hard to see, but it looks gray. And you can see another one. Of course, you can't see it from where you guys are, right? Or actually, can you guys see it? You think you can? You can see it here?
No, we only see out to like 60 feet.
That's right. Sorry. It's just out of
30 feet.
Okay. Well, you see something. And then you see another platform that is a little bit, it's a little around the the house, and a little bit out west, and something else, another platform made out of gray stone, and that's about it. Any details? Unfortunately not.
Well, I guess if we see something, Suspiria can quickly conjure up a trio of small lights, combine them into one, and send out her seeing like or 4 lights rather ahead to kind of start illuminating these things. It has a range of 120 feet.
That's fine.
So she can throw out her light so we can get a look at what these things are in the gloom.
You throw out the lights, and again, it just looks like a platform. There isn't anything. It's not like terribly tall out of the water. It's about maybe 2 feet or so. And they're definitely made out of gray stone. You can't see the top of the platform from where you are, but that's kind of about it. But as you are throwing those, right after you throw out those lights and you take a look and you're like, what is this? The door knob in front of you can see a door straight ahead right here. Starts to jiggle open and opens. And you see this she's not really tiny actually. She's actually pretty big lady, old lady, holding a lantern. Her jaw is kind of over her top lip, and she looks she kind of gums a little bit like, oh, guests, finally, come in.
Hey, Grandma. Calder's home.
Going.
Yes, Calder have been expecting.
Well, shit.
The strings have sent you to us. We've been waiting.
No, his name is APOC.
I think collective. Oh, go ahead.
You say APOC, and she looks, and you see her squint as she's trying to be this cute little thing, but she's pretty big. She's like full size, with a hunch.
Like she's like person size.
She's very much tall, and kind of
like.
So
how?
She like okay, so medium size, correct? Yes, but like she looks bigger than she looks husky. How about that? She's husky.
So Well, I know that he's not particularly good at this. Can Calder try to just, I think it's an investigation check, examine this person to see through what is probably an illusion?
Sure, go for it.
We know we're heading for hags. One word, I'm tackling her.
Well, I mean, I've got a really great way to knock.
Oh
I
no.
don't see shit.
Yeah, she looks kind of like a cute old lady. That's all.
I mean, we know better, right?
We definitely know better.
I would say you guys know better. And she kind of looks in. The rest of my sisters, my oldest one is looking forward to meeting you. Come in.
She's the
No.
one who sent us here to kill you. Dun, dun, dun.
We're here. We're here to gather up the source. I don't think we have any desire to stop and chat.
Yes, my sister has that. I've been
Well, then she can-
expecting. Come in.
Asperier's just gonna kind of look to the side of the group and just be like, are we doing this now? Like,
I will wait at the table. I'll be
Wonderful,
here.
wonderful. Asperior will cast Fireball into the house.
Go ahead and try. Go ahead.
Yikes.
I do it.
You see the fireball enter into the house, and nothing happens. And you hear a oh, spicy.
Do I get the sense that that the spell was counterspelled, or do I get the sense that there's an anti-magic field?
Ooh, roll Arcana.
Because they would have to see me in theory to counterspell.
Ooh, so, you roll an Arcana or History.
I'll do.
Because I don't think you really rolled one for hags. Oh, okay. You're not entirely sure. It could be a counter. But even when if you were sending a fireball in as she's walking away, she would have seen it.
Well, so counterspell there's some do I see any sort of casting from her or anything like that?
No,
or does it just wink out of?
It just winks out of existence. It just
okay.
It looks like it explode. It looks like it should have exploded. It should have impacted, and instead of this huge amount of explosion, it kind of like firecrackers out, and then just fizzes out super instant, right after. Just.
Sparrow just kind of looked at the grip. Well, maybe the old-fashioned way then.
Like I said, weak to stabbing.
Right.
Is she still in the doorway?
No, she moved inside fully now.
I think Gaia, in a very playful manner, kind of almost floating with her back to the ground, towards the door, okay.
Actually,
rolls around.
Maybe another. Mythos, do you want to get in there more suddenly? No,
He's already. Yeah, you waddle
you
in.
say that as he's already walking.
Yeah.
You cross the water. In this particular part, it's only a few feet. Not a few feet. It's like a foot deep or so, and then you just climb up some stairs that are, and you enter into the foyer. I guess you can see, and it's just weird. You look around and you can see that there are walls, there are doors. It's strange. It doesn't look like any rooms. It doesn't make sense. That's what this is. It doesn't make sense.
Damn it. Missed our shot. Walk over, try the door handle.
Okay. Yeah, the doors, it looks like one opened. You go in.
Is this a pillar blocking me?
Can you not?
That's rude to call Caldera that.
Okay, you can't shoot. This is something that I'm still figuring out, Alex, if you can help me real quick. I don't want you guys to see the text, but I want it to like work, like a
Is this a teleportation
Yeah.
zone? So it should be hidden from us. Period.
right.
Those text. There's probably a
Oh.
wall blocking it.
It shouldn't. There shouldn't be a wall blocking it. Let's see. Position line.
I'm just wondering if this is a visual. Like,
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know what
Oh,
this
I'm
image
sorry.
is.
No,
I thought it was
it's a tile.
blocking.
It's a tile on
It's
the
a
floor.
tile. It's a tile floor. Okay.
Yeah. Is it
Um,
not letting you like?
I just
go
well, I
on?
just not. It's not. Well, the game is paused now, but it's
Oh,
it's
shit,
not
sorry.
clear what it is. Like,
It's a tile.
gotcha. Oop.
Oh no! Why did hold on?
what is this supposed to move somewhere?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be
Yeah,
a
it's a,
teleportation zone.
yeah. You know what? I shouldn't have updated because it was working. I'm sorry. Hold on. Go ahead and. Oh, I know why. Okay, I see. Never mind. That is right. So as you guys are going about, when you enter a room, just let me know so that I know where you guys are going next. So in Dramaki, you enter in one room and there's a tile on the floor. You open up another room and there's another tile. Mythos, you open up a room. You enter. There's nothing in this room, but you see two doors on the opposite sides. And Hesperia, Gaia, what would you like to do?
As the group kind of starts like opening doors and looking elsewhere, Aspeo just kind of to Gaia to the side and be like, should we be splitting up like this?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure that's the best idea. It's just kind of like looking around.
You hear above, like just a little north, you hear, come in and have some food.
Calder
what-
then goes,
what's that
don't
granny?"
have the food.
It's delicious.
Yeah, unless you like eating Apoc's younger brother, I don't recommend it.
Oh,
Hi guys, we
He's
should
outside.
probably regroup, right? We can figure out what's going on here
And
later.
just as an aside, as we're moving through, Hyperion can detect anything that's poisoned by sight, smell, or taste,
Sure.
and can see through invisibility within 60 feet if it becomes relevant.
Yes, perfect. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh
so far, you
shit!
don't
I am not a siren. You caught me.
Oh my god, you're three goatlings stacked on top of each other.
No.
in a cloak.
That we heard him coming from ahead of us, right down the hallway.
Yeah, up
just
here.
Up on the map. I'll just kind of.
Is Gaia alright?
No, this guy ever all right.
Andromache's on like. Ooh, Andromache found something in that room. She's not sharing.
Found a tile.
She heard we should be splitting up, and so she turned around.
You can see that inside here, by the way, it's completely dark. Just dark. Like,
Well,
can't-
Hesperia's
Gem
still got
brightness.
her
Yeah.
dancing lights
Well,
up too,
if-
if she can twirl around.
That's perfect. And you can see the lady. She's just sitting. She's sitting there, and she has her little like lantern and stuff.
Oh shit.
Hey, that one worked. Mythos is gone.
Uh-oh.
Mythos just disappears from the room.
Does
All
that
right,
happen?
so listen here, bro. Shit.
Yeah, you should have appeared somewhere else.
What do we see happen?
Yeah, you see a tile on the floor, and then you hear the lady kind of like giggle. I didn't get to explain the rules yet.
Right. Okay.
But you guys.
Hesperia is not having any of this.
You see, well, first off, you see them like just dis-a-fucking-appear, and Andromache and Mythos, you just appear on the tile outside, and you have to swim back to get inside.
Guy or Calder, either of y'all want to lead the conversation of our friends just vanishing mid-step.
So,
Okay, I made it back.
I've played a few
You're-
games
oh,
in these
shit.
woods.
Yeah.
This seems mildly different than others. Like I've played advanced hide and seek with some of the failings, but what are these rules you're speaking of?
Well, find the middle. You find my sisters, and
Why?
because it's fun, and we're bored. All we do is play around, and she pulls out, and you guys immediately know kind of what this is. She pulls out a not golden. She pulls out a string. It's just a simple, looks like silken cord, and she's like, "All I do is play around all day." This one still has some life. She kind of
Oh.
allows it to float out, and it just kind of disappears. And it's like, but this one, and she takes another one. Not too much longer. Should have listened to father not to go out at night.
I'm sorry, my Discord messed up. What is she doing? She has something that's...
You guys recognize immediately that it's a fate. It's a fate. One of the fates. There we go.
She pulled out a thread saying that one of them's got a lot of life left and one of them doesn't.
So
That's
wait.
when Mythos returns, dripping wet, and hears, "Yeah, that one's yours."
As in, this is one of the fates, or she's holding a string that is related to one of the fates.
And she is one of the fates.
One of the fates is named Yolanda.
Hey, Yolanda!
Gotta name him something. She looks over. I'm Yolanda. That is one of my names.
If you're bored, there's a whole world, like 7 tiles that way. She points to the door. You could just go.
Called
Been
her...
there, done that. I helped create this world in a sense.
And then you're the reason you're bored. Don't
true.
drag us through the mud.
Wait, so
Oh, Mythos, there's another thingy here.
this is me, the player.
Boink.
This is me, the player, here for a
Sure.
second.
Sure.
Aren't I supposed to go find the fates after this to go get something else?
Something must have happened and gone the fuck down.
My brain
I mean,
hurts.
you can absolutely ask.
Can you tell me where Andromache just went?
I'm back here.
Okay.
Andromache's
That one just went to the start.
Okay. So we gotta get to the middle to find your sisters. How about if you call your sister here, or the big lion claws your throat out?
That one also goes back to the start.
Andromache!
I'll see you soon. And then she just disappears, and it goes. Whoop. She just kind of.
Like she just popped out of existence.
It's just pop and more of like
Lock it.
like twists out of existence. Yeah,
Also the start.
So she's not casting a spell.
doesn't seem like it. Not
So-
that you, not any spells you know.
All right, so here's a question: what's stopping us from just breaking down walls until we get to the center?
Yeah,
That
I was
works for
gonna
me.
say, Mythos, murder.
It's a command word. He just has
Whoa.
activation.
Donos starts speaking Russian, like Donos Throsta, and starts like breaking down walls and shit.
Andromache, you
Okay,
are at a different part of the house. You're like, what the fuck?
okay. Which one did Andromache just go through? I think I heard her go through 4, or that was the 4th one. Did anyone see? I was busy with Yolanda.
The last thing you heard was saying that one is. It was a third time saying that one also goes back to the start, and then her coming through the front door again, and then opening
Wait.
some doors at the front of the building.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm hitting it up instead of down. Andromache, hello?
Do I hear
Hello?
them?
Nope.
Nope. She'll shout, saying, "I'm still inside, but I'm somewhere else."
Do we hear her?
Nope.
Okay, so
I'm just. Can I just have Hesperia doesn't want to wander off on her own. So maybe Hesperia will just hang with Calder.
Buddy
we're all
up,
gonna
guys.
get lost in
Buddy
the
up.
in the
What?
haunted house.
I didn't even do it. I didn't even touch one of the tiles.
Oh, this one goes back to the start.
Oh.
Oh, hey!
Hi.
All right, someone else. Let's go. Continue.
Can
Wait. Well,
Oh,
hold
I
on.
think this is a starting one. Okay.
Does it-
I think these are the ones that send you back to the start.
These doors are already open.
I found
so he's
it!
on the
This-
trail of somebody.
This way. Mythos.
I found the bedroom?
I'm gonna. Well,
I found a
just
bedroom
saw.
too.
Oh. There's the yellow one right here by the start. You go here. I told them.
Alright, well, hopefully they... Oh, hey!
Yep, you guys enter into completely different houses. The ones that are entering into the rooms, there's just a random knickknacks, potions or alchemy looking things. One of the rooms
what's
Mythos
over here?
in was pretty bare.
Ellie, I think there might be another broken one.
Nope.
Nope, that's just a... Okay.
Ooh, a sideways door. How fun.
Oh!
This is like a pantry. Wait, what happened?
Hello?
Dad?
Hey. Oh!
Oh, is there one here in the closet?
Mythos!
Dad!
I found a different looking one. It looks very
Ooh.
orangey.
It's just
This
giving
way?
me like horror theme vibes, right? Like
What?
there's like chasing the kids down or just like teleporting through rooms and shit. It's like fucking paranormal.
Yeah,
fucking
he's just running. I was like, nope, stop running through the hag's house.
As a few times you guys hear things in your head of hee 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 hee.
What? Oh, shit. Arcos! I've lost Arcos.
It's okay, I'll bring him over. He would have kept on your shoulder.
Hey!
I found outside.
You can see another
So-
door on the other
Oh,
side.
So above the table, me and Mythos found it.
You can't.
Yes.
Yeah.
FYI.
One
You can't
second.
tell us.
Hold on. Pausing real quick. So Gaia, you went out and you roped over to the other side. You see there's another room. You guys get the sense that this is like a modularized type of house. And you're not sure where the center is. But Mythos and Hesperia, you see 3 old ass hags, like old ass old ladies. One sitting on a throne of bones. You see the one that introduced, and she goes, "Hi," and she kind of like with her bony fingers just waves a little bit. And you see another one whose eyes look completely closed, and then she opens them a little bit, and she looks blind, but she has these black markings and symbolisms on her face. The one who looks most stern is the middle one, and there you guys are. Welcome.
Mythos looks over to Hesperia and quietly says, "He only said probably."
Hesperia just gives a smirk and rolls her eyes. And I think we'll just kind of call out, "We're really not in the mood for games."
Gaia
We're
comes
here.
through the portal. Oh, that's not good. And hurls in a corner.
You see that as you hurl into the corner, the throw up just disappears as it begins to drip onto the ground. So there is no puddle.
Doesn't help me.
It just continues to disappear. In front, Yolanda goes, "Yay! Well done! Wonderful! You made it. Now let's get down to business. Let's get down to business."
So why are the fates in the old woods instead of your islands?
Brenna grins and she's just like, "Oh well, there was a annoyance that was getting a little cumbersome, and I sent her on her way."
Sidon, yes, of course. I totally understand.
That brat. He tries and tries, but we do what we want. At the end of the hour, at the end of the day, at the end of the eons, we are the one, really, that knows all and can see all.
Did you happen to bring the 12 cords of bronze with you, or did you leave that back on your island?
Brenna, she whips out of the air just these 12 cords, all made out of bronze. And they are strung in what looks to be a harp, but it's a very interesting harp that has only 12 chords.
Gaia, in a like post sickness state, like slaps him on the shoulder, like, "That looks good. That looks promising." I'll like pat him again, like, "That looks." It goes back to like just heaving in the corner.
Oh. So it comes out. So it shows and then it disappears. And well, is that all you wanted? Just the chords, or I believe there was
The source.
Yes, the source. She looks over. You see a book, and she speaks softly, a little too softly for you guys to hear. And she pulls out of the book this glob, very similar to what you had pulled out of the painting. And she doesn't hold it in her hand. It kind of just hovers above. The source.
Out of curiosity, I can read lips. Did I recognize what she said?
Not the language. I don't think the language is that you know. Don't think so.
Celestial, Druidic, Common, Elven, Sylvan, Giant.
No, unfortunately not.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes, she's like, "I wonder what you'll do with this. We know many things. Would you like to know?"
And spoil the mystery of life. I'd rather it be a surprise.
Wonderful.
I want to know.
We didn't come here to talk, Mythos.
I want to know where I come from.
All three eyes go to you and just grin this magnificent grin. "What will you give us in return?" And they all say this in different tones, different, almost discordant, but at the same time they say this. It's a little unnerving, but you can see
Is it
their
like
eyes light up.
harmonious though? Like they're all in
Yes.
different octaves? Oh, that's
Yeah.
fucking creepy.
Yeah.
A service. One
This
service to
berry
be
is-
performed by a demigod, hero of Thylea.
This Barry is gonna step up and like try to like grab Mythos at like the elbow. And say, "We didn't come here to talk, Mythos." Just like reiterate that. Like try to tug him backwards a step. Obviously, she doesn't have the strength to do that, but like,
Sure.
I think it's kind of one of those moments like Mythos is stepping out of line, like given the opportunity to get like a definitive answer, he's kind of pulls away from her.
I can say, Brenna, she says, "I can give you that answer. Step here. We will strike a bargain. And a service, you say? Are you going to move over to be in front? Actually, I guess that doesn't...
Arcos
Sorry.
Arcos changes shoulders as Mythos he hesitates for a second. He looks at the heroes. He knows he shouldn't be doing it, and that's clear on his face. But he does it anyway because he wants to know.
Hesperia kind of turns back to the group and is like, "Stop him! This is foolishness."
I genuinely, Hesperia, I think if it was anyone else, I might put an effort, but I don't know if I could stop him.
They continue on as you guys are having that conversation
This
below.
will turn out poorly. Don't trust the fates.
There are two things you can do for us. And they say this again in that Discord harmonious three voices at the same time in exact sync. And let me go ahead and get the thing. Okay. Okay.
You must track down and kill the changeling Asini.
Yes.
Yes.
Mythos is excellent at tracking.
destiny fulfilled.
Kill the Oracle
Asini.
within 2 weeks. She has been a thorn in our side for quite some time since her birth.
Basically, like killing a Simi.
I was joking, but yes,
Wow.
we're basically just assassinating Asimi's backstory here.
Or bring us a baby girl here within 1 week. Or bring a living nymph here within 1 week.
Such weird requests. So strange.
You don't have anything a little more immediate?
A service is a service. And those are what
Can
we
we-
require.
Can we offer you a chicken nugget in these trying times?
They break sync and you hear Nyx and she's like, kind of looks, she's like, Nuggy? Nuggy? And you see Brenna look over at her and just like, shh. Those are our terms.
Do you get the sense that the dog was right, calling them bitches?
Yeah. Looking for an answer right now.
I think we should get your source, Caldera, and leave. I don't think a deal is wise.
You can make a pact, and you can see in front of you, Mythos, rising out just this dark podium, and on it is a piece of parchment that unrolls, and in a different language that only starts to make sense as you read it. But if anyone else were to glance over, you cannot read it at all. And you can basically see the terms of agreement. It's a contract. And it says, sign here, kind of like the Little Mermaid Ursula. You shall
I don't
make an
know.
oath to us. And it's binding.
I think Hesperia is down
so
for letting
tense.
Mythos make this off, choose
Yeah.
this.
I wouldn't sign that, Mythos.
I think Hesperia is already stepping forward, little bit of fire dancing on her fingertips, as if with the intention of knocking the paper away or something like that.
Okay, you do that. The smoky podium kind of just waves in and out a little bit as it's smoke, basically. And you can see that the Brenna, who looks over, all three of them, as they speak in unison, they also move their head in unison, and they look over at you, and they're just grinning as you're trying to wave this off. If you don't need to decide now, I am, or we are, obligated, and she looks back over at you, Calder, to give you one answer to a long question that you have deep, deep down. The origin of why your family was erased from existence.
Obligated by what?
Ourselves, because it was fun. Just wondered how quickly you would get here. While we did not initiate, we know the reason. And Lutheria has displeased us one too many times.
I mean,
Yeah,
I could
fuck
have
her.
told you that.
She is smart, she is cunning, she's also crazy.
You think we could take a break soon?
Yes, 9:30. Oh, sorry, 9:30. So in a minute. I'll let you guys. Yeah, that's perfect time. Let you guys decide, and we'll come back in about 10, 15 minutes. 15 minutes. So at the 45
45.
minute mark.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you. See you guys soon. Okay.
Hello.
Sweet. So we got some answers. Know what's gonna happen. So, you guys are or Mythos is possibly striking up a deal. All that is required is a paw print.
Hey, Mythos, can I have Hesperia? So, can I have like Hesperia make an insight check against Mythos to see if like this was his plan from the start? She's not very she's not very insightful, so I don't know if she would pick up on that if that was kind of Mythos's idea. Like ever since we heard, hey, there's hags in the woods.
Not hags. When it became apparent that there was 3 of them, is when he jumped on board.
Mm-hmm.
I was at So you can make the check. Yeah.
Okay.
It's when I asked for a history check was when he perked up.
Okay, yeah, I don't think Hesperia pieces it together. It kind of adjusts, I think, how she approaches it in the moment. So yeah, she'll just kind of like at seeing that it's some like weird bullshit magic, she'll just kind of look to Mythos and be like, "This is a bad idea," and kind of
What
spin
was the
her
third
robe.
option they gave? They said either bring a baby nymph girl, kill Versi, or there was a third one?
A nymph, a baby girl, or kill Versi.
Oh.
Not necessarily a baby nymph, just a
Do we
An
get
nymph.
bonus
or
if
a
we
baby girl.
Or a baby girl. Got it.
do we get bonus if we kill baby nymphs Versi?
Go back in time, kill baby Versi.
So Mythos, I'm just gonna say you're a grown man. You can make your own decisions. Just understand that if you decide to do any of these, we will be continuing without you. Just throwing that out there. I don't think that this is a good decision to make with the goals we have at hand. If they can, let me rephrase that. It's not that I don't want you to have this information, but if you're going to be willing to make these decisions, um, I don't know if I'm comfortable being around that. So just throwing that out there. I will not help with any of these if you decide to do any of them. If there's a secret fourth option that they're willing to give, great. But can't help you with the first 3. Just saying. I shouldn't
I
speak for
wouldn't
the group.
expect you
That's my
to.
opinion.
But I need an answer that the goddess of wisdom can't provide.
Understand that. Is there a fourth option? Yolanda?
Yolanda.
Could I give you like a rock? I got a really good one.
This rock bested Bersia.
That's funny. They laugh like, no. A fourth one. Make a persuasion check.
Jeez.
The game is paused, by the way. I don't know if that matters.
That is my bad. Mm-hmm. They look at each other.
You said you want us to deal with Lutheria for Baldur's thing. We're already doing that. It's just 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yes, but
Two titans, 1 bird.
Mythos? Oh, yeah.
this is, while you do yours and whatever the outcome may be, this is for us, and what we want cannot outright kill Versi for the deal we have with Sidon. And it would be a wonderful treat. Again, they're all speaking in unison. A wonderful treat to bring us either the other, a little baby girl, or a living nymph. A fourth option.
My sister is a very good cook. Could track her down. Get her to bring you just a good meal.
Or we eat our food live. Let's
Pinky.
see. Oh,
Well, we can eat the food on a VOD. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be live.
well, if you're on your way to kill a god, Charusis has domain and dominion over some very powerful trees in the Ilium. And they look over at you, Calder.
That's
Maybe.
not happening.
They shrug. I didn't think so, but we are not asking you. And they look over at Mythos. Can see if you can thwart the god or kill the trees.
Has Calder already been given his stuff? The stuff he's here for?
Nope.
No, not yet.
They just showed it.
Yeah. They're like, we've got the goods. And then did other stuff.
We got good, give kid. Like,
Mythos, make your decision. We'll talk about it later. And we can face the consequences later, but we don't have all day. That kind of all day to the rest of the group, not like.
Yeah, you see the hags, they lean in expectedly, the glittering eyes of Yolanda and Brenna and the milky white, but there seems to be some type of sparkle in Nyx's eyes as they are fervently waiting for what Mythos does.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Fine. He snatches the contract, and he says, "I'll be back." So I'll be. I have a current commitment. I'll be back. When. What is our current mission again?
The
Which one are
Ultros?
we on?
Save the world.
No, we're on like a specific one coming east.
Yeah, find the
Uh,
Ultras.
Yeah, find the ship.
Also,
yeah.
get Calder's shit.
There's
Also
Calder's shit,
find
there's-
Andromache's
Yeah.
missing person?
Relic in a temple. Relic in a temple.
Yeah. So you accept the
Or
contract.
ruin.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
He's meaning like he'll come back and do his deal alone.
Oh, okay. So if you don't put your actual paw on the contract to accept it, it kind of just wavers. It seems that you have to commit to the deed.
Yeah, no, then he'll just come back later on his own.
Okay. All right. So then you step back.
Don't want at me.
Okay. Very well. We can wait. And then they look. All three of them look at you, Calder, and kind of motion for you to step up.
Okay, yeah, he'll step up once Mythos moves to the side.
Okay. I lost my page. Had it up, and then I lost it. Is it?
I forgot to not snap to the grid, so I can't actually stand it.
That's okay.
Oh,
I know that. Yeah. Is this it? Is this it? Oh. Ah. Okay. All right. They say again in unison, making sure we have this correctly. Your life was the rarest treasure of Thylea. A truly happy one. A loving partner, beautiful children, and a great house. What could be better? But your fate is something more grand and more fun and more important than that. Lutheria found out about it and tried to demise you. And failed. Mitras herself, up there in the heavens, saved you, and in order to protect you, erased all traces of yours and your family's existence from Lutheria's mind. I'm sorry, not your existence, your family's existence. From Lutheria's mind and all the rest of the gods. You are still alive, but Lutheria thinks you are dead. Because, and then she again pulls out of the book, this is the glob. The source is just that, the source of creation. And what you make with it will, or can, possibly bring the demise of Lutheria herself. Though your family, they are gone, and they reside to haunt and not be at rest within the scythe of Lutheria herself. And if you are to break that scythe, you shall relieve your family's souls to progress forward to their next chapter, whatever that may be. Or you can keep the scythe for yourself. It's quite powerful. But you are her threat. And she tosses the glob at you, Calder.
Yeah, catch it and kind of down at it. I assume it's that same weird kind of wet clay almost consistency.
Yeah,
Does
wet
it
clay.
splat through his fingers towards his face as he touches it?
No, it doesn't. It seems to. It almost looks like it does, but then it kind of has its own like viscosity, and so it kind of claps back onto itself.
Yeah.
We want
I
to
think there's
see what
like
you do. Oh God.
Oh, I was gonna say there's probably like a good 15 seconds of him just staring at the glob silently while they probably continue.
Yeah. We are curious to see if you will succeed. And then they kind of pull out a different colored looking silken thread. It looks more like whitish gold, like a white gold, and they kind of swirl it around their finger, and you can see that it's wrapped around your like invisibly, it's wrapped around your pinky finger. And then she releases it, it disappears, and you don't feel it. You can't feel it. You can't see it. But it disappears from around your pinky. Curiouser and curiouser.
There is a moment when they, after that happens, where Calder's shoulders kind of quiver a little bit, and you realize he's actually laughing. And he's just like, if I was her threat, why would she make me care that she existed in the first place?
Arrogance, they all say at the same time. She doesn't realize it's you. She thinks you're dead. She doesn't know your face.
Well, I'm sure she will before this is all over. I've got ideas, he says, at this glob of whatever this is in his hand.
Wonderful. Now, if you want these, though, and Brenna pulls out the strings, you must also do something for us.
I'm
Favor
not
for
killing
favor.
Versi, I'm not bringing you a child, I'm not killing a nymph, and I'm not trying to kill Cherusis. Those
Hey,
are
Ben!
off the table.
Do the worm. Let's do the worm.
Where's this dick?
Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god.
Okay, hold on. Quick. Damn, I lost it again. I'm sorry. I have to look in the book in 3 different places for these people. So apologies.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
What you mean these people?
these people.
Yolanda.
Yolanda.
Calendar.
Ellie, is that name
Yeah.
from the book?
Nope.
Okay.
I
You
don't
have
think
to
the book
ask,
is-
Alex?
Yeah, I did.
The Greek epic, and Wonder with the mighty Yolanda.
Look, I've seen the sort of names that people put in modules. Floon Blagmar.
I will never get over
Milky
Flagmar.
loser.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Okay, well.
Oh my gosh, where the fuck is it? I found it and I'm looking for the compendium for the DM's one. But they're in different places. Oh, it's in the front. Shh. Jesus, I don't think I'd get this. I even freaking marked it. Oh my god. Okay.
Toes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now I just want to make sure I have this correct. You receive a lost family artifact, Calder,
All right.
at the same time.
And I do remember telling you that you could pick whatever you thought was fitting for the major family artifact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a bangle. It's just a simple bangle. It seems to be a simple bangle. Though
Got stars on it.
stars on it. Sure, it can have stars on it.
Would you maybe say it's spangled?
Oh my god, I'm done. No, it looks like a simple bangle, but there seems to be something a little bit different from this. This is something your wife used to wear. It's a piece of her jewelry. And you hold it, and it's warm to the touch. It is, it's made out of wood, and it is elaborately carved. There are, as she was learning to become a druid and learn druidism herself. It is marked with druidic runes. There are floral, ivy, floral designs, and so on and so forth. And on the 4 points of the bangle are mother of pearls, small little ones, nothing too elaborate, but it is beautiful in its own. And that is what you receive. There seems to be something magical about it that you sense, just knowing what it used to look like and seeing how it looks a little bit different. There seems to be something about it.
Gotcha.
You have an idea that you probably will need to attune to this.
Yeah.
Or I'm just telling you will need to attune. I'll give it to you in a bit. So that's what you receive.
No worries. Dope.
My goodness, it's in my head now. Well, I've got a few things. Minus one, of course. Anybody else want to strike up a bargain? Know something?
So, did me saying that I wouldn't kill Versi or do any of that basically just be like, okay, we'll be keeping these, or
Yes, they disappear.
okay, cool.
I think with Gaia around, Hesperia is wise enough not to take their offer. Thanks to those that aura.
I got it. I was like, well, I'm confused, but now I understand.
Your natural motherly presence.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
like, oh, if I do that, she'll give me that
Spares,
disappointed
yeah,
look.
spares like,
yeah,
"Ah,
there's like a
it's
little bit
over."
of curiosity on your face, and Ariam's like, hands on the hips, looking down, like,
I think
I'm gonna tell my mom on you.
I can't remember who's like what the insights of the group are, but Hesperia probably is like looking to like Mythos and like you know, for all that she was like, man, this is a bad idea. Like she's mulling it over too, and but then she kind of like looks around and shakes herself out of it. We've more things to accomplish in these woods.
yeah, yeah, I got a question, ladies. How did you get the dogs?
They look over at you and they... Dogs. What dogs?
Yeah,
They can't
APOC
see them.
took us here.
Gaia, they can't see them.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, the dogs aren't here.
Yeah, they're outside.
Well, yeah, but like,
Yeah. She couldn't see them outside either.
Why?
I think they're being
really?
hidden.
You think they're what?
They're being cloaked.
They're ghosts.
They're being protected from the fates.
Oh.
Oh shit! Then you just
Remember that thing
revealed
about
them.
the dogs? Yeah, just ignore that.
What she's saying is, "What up, dogs?" You know, something we say in
What
the
up, dog?
in the region.
Yeah, it's a very Resian thing. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm learning new hip lingo.
They are a little confused, and then you see Nyx, her eyes completely shut, and her neck goes like snaps back, and you're not sure exactly what she's doing. And then she kind
Ghost might speak up. I'll do it. You guys, you go. You find the Ultros. I'll go. I'll complete their bargain and get the strings.
What?
We'll meet back on the coast in 2 weeks.
Mm,
Well,
I don't
3
think that's a
weeks.
great
Give me an
idea.
extra week after. Well, we
We
need
should-
them, right?
I think we need you, Mythos.
You'll have me for when it counts.
I don't think you get to decide that. When it counts, I mean.
I'll find a way to make do without them. I'm not going to take them if it means doing the type of tasks they want.
I'll just kind of like point to the axe on your back, Mythos, and like cover my mouth, like, just take it. We could just take them. Like,
We'll just kill him.
take that.
I've spent a lot of time in the woods, and I don't like these people.
You're kind of motioning Gaia, and the hags, the three look over and be like, I don't think you would win.
I think Hesperia will kind of chime up though, especially with Calder saying he'll make do. Kind of chime in and say, I think that's probably for the best. I mean, every book, every story, every legend is filled with the power and the authority of the fates. And she's like just staring at them, like unabashedly as she says, but also their wickedness, their fickleness, their treachery. I think we're better off without their answers. The Dragonlords of old didn't need to bargain with hags to save the world. We don't either.
Dragonlords of old did a great many things the legends don't say. You weren't there when we delved into their tombs. You didn't see how they tortured their underlings.
Were you there?
Yeah, when we plundered their tombs. You're learning sketchy shit about the under. Sorry, as a player, I'm saying that. I don't know how to articulate it quite as well. Because I don't remember the finer points of it. Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Hesperia just kind of shrugs it off. Then we'll do better. We'll learn from their mistakes. But this isn't better. Debasing ourselves for them.
Calder, could you roll a intelligence check?
Sure. 8.
Okay.
Nice.
It's not. It's actually not bad. You know that yes, the Fates know things because they're fucking old, but there is also another being that's also very old.
Let's go ask the hunter dies. Oh wait, not him.
And they live in the mountains of Mithras.
Mythos, this might not be your only option of learning what you need to.
okay.
Hesperia's also like looking over too. Like imagine it's like they're both and they're just like Hesperia and Mythos just look at Calder like what?
Everyone slowly turns to look at Calder to explain.
The Fates are ancient and well known, but they aren't the only ancient and wise creatures on Thylea. There's
You're
the
not that
Nympheos.
old, Calder.
I'm not talking. I am far from wise. My plan coming in here was to start stabbing.
Yeah, it's not too late.
Like I said, you would probably die.
I'll leave.
See, that's the tactical assessments that will get you far in these woods.
Sorry, I interrupted.
There's an old nymph named Eos that lives in the mountains that's very wise. There's a chance she might know what you're looking for and not require blood sacrifices to get it.
Yeah.
I mean, we've met several ancient and wise characters. Again, I asked the goddess of wisdom herself.
Calder, you
They're
know that
not-
Eos is older than the gods.
Yeah, Hesperia I think knows that too. She has the basic understanding. The gods aren't old as far as Thylea goes. They were the young interlopers 500 years ago.
Right, the 5 are relatively new to Thylea. Eos has been around, I don't know how long, but longer than that. And I'm not saying that she would know, but it's an option before you go accepting bargains you might regret later.
Trying to find what we needed the strings for.
The cords of bronze were something that I think the vision from the Sphinx said I needed, but Calder would not take them if it means having to like go kill a baby, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Remember, there's more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah.
Wait,
don't know.
I mean,
It's a flaw for a reason. I think Mythos is proud enough to think that he could trick the fates in the end, or somehow circumvent anything bad. And again, emphasizing that he knows who is going to replace the Oracle as the Oracle. Like it weighs heavy.
I mean, I'm not.
He does believe in fate. I think he's starting to think that maybe he is fated to kill Versi.
um, Sparrow kind of fill the silence and thoughts with saying, "No, I'm not. I guess officially part of this group, the oath, etc. But seems like your companions want you to come with us." To God, I can't. I'm so bad with names, you guys. With places, where are we going again?
We're heading east because we have to find some sort of lost temple or something.
Yeah. We need to get to the temple. You're the best fighter out of all of us, Mythos. You're the strongest, the most capable.
Apparently,
know
I
if-
come in third on the well-liked list.
Well, I mean, Gaia and Andromache are very charming. You're very strong. And we don't know what dangers await us to the east. I have no doubt that you could attend to the wishes of these 3 creatures and get what you seek, but I don't know that we'll survive the Old Woods without you. If that's a risk you're comfortable with, then fine.
Yeah, I'm just not sure we got the time to divvy up. I mean, and if you go off by yourself, who's gonna keep watch for you? You know?
I have a replacement already.
Had that replacement since like the beginning.
So before I throw out any more statements regarding this, I, the player outside of game, want to ask you, the player, is this something you are genuinely thinking of doing?
Is this a way to get Mythos out?
No, not entirely, but it is something he wants. And I always think of the moments in the Iliad where fucking Hercules just leaves, man. And then he comes back later and he's like, "Okay, let's go finish this thing." And so it's but then the other part of me is yeah, just stick with it. But I mean, we could get the chords and his answer.
I mean, if you think this is something Mythos would do, I'd say go for it.
Well, I've had a hard time with not having him just accept it already because, like I said, he's proud enough to think he's not going to have any repercussions anyway.
Right. So I would say as a player, play into that. If you think Mythos would take it, absolutely, and we'll just kind of see what happens.
Yeah, I just don't want Mythos to go off by himself, right? That's the big thing. Take the thing and we'll deal with those things, but we don't need to have Mythos run off alone or go off on his own.
Well, I bet if it's a deadline thing, right? That's the only way to achieve 2 things.
Was there a deadline specifically?
Yeah, it was
2
weeks to kill Versi or bring the baby or within a week.
Yeah, it was 1 week for the baby and the nymph, I think.
Yeah.
So, final question here. So, with the idea of Mythos just kind of being proud and thinking he can out-trick them, would you have already, in theory, accepted the contract at this point, or are you still kind of pondering it?
So,
well, I had intended to because of what I had said over break, and then Gaia spoke up and kind of gave him an ultimatum. So I've been kind of considering that ultimatum since then.
So, Hesperia doesn't know anything about this, but there is potentially a female nymph that we have access to that got imprisoned based off of the things the party did before that we could,
Demetria.
And Cherusis sometimes hangs out at the Ilium, which we have to pass to get to where we're going for.
Demetria was. We gave Demetria 2 Cherusus, right?
She's
Yeah.
Yes,
mercy
and
too.
Cherusis sometimes lives in the Ilium, so if we needed to talk with him to talk to her, he might be there.
Right. See, these are actual conversations the characters would probably have had Mythos already just accepted. But
Yeah, and
when
like I said,
Gaia was like, "You have to leave if you take it," and that's when I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, so
Well-
don't take my statement in game like as an actual ultimatum. It's just like a roleplay scenario. Like if you think you would have taken it, like absolutely go for it. Like I shouldn't speak for the group when I say that, you know.
No, me as a player, I know Mythos would have taken it. Like he's considering it. You can see that
Mhm.
he's considering, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
And yeah,
Okay. Well, let's reel it back in game then. So there's really like this Calder. What are these cords? These brass cords? What do they even do?
No idea. I was told I need them from a Sphinx.
That's great.
It's in your quest log.
I don't think I actually have access to my quest log.
What the frick? Is this Calder's task list? You can't see that? Oh, I'm so
I
annoyed.
saw it. All it says is one of the things he needs to collect. When I read it.
Is it the thing on the landing page, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh,
Let
and
me.
fashion them into. Sorry,
I just bit my
you can
tongue.
read it. I don't want to read it out loud for you.
Retrieve 12 bronze cords, climb Mithril mines to Eos's lair, convince her to make light shadow.
Fasten them into light shadow.
Convince who to make light shadow?
Eos, the other very old nymph.
Uh-huh.
Like she's
Uh.
gigging old. Like old. Fucking old.
So
I guess Hesperia will kind of chime up. So you didn't really answer what you wanted Calder to do for these cords. What they're worth to you. You three. He said he wouldn't, commit atrocities and go against his nature for them. I think the Fates understand the deep desire of mortals, the necessity not to go against their nature to maintain their fates as they were. What price were you going to ask?
There were the 4 that I had. And then they point over to Mythos again in unison. Spoke before.
And that's all the Fates are bloodthirsty little crones.
When you get to our age, we have to do something. Getting old makes you spiteful sometimes, not all the time. But those are our terms for you, the
Getting
heroes
old.
of Thylea.
Getting old usually means you die. Hopefully that can hurry up along for you.
Oh, we never will.
Oh, yeah. That sounds like a sale. For it to be a bargain, there needs to be negotiation. And like I said, I'll do both.
And the contract will be amended. And they raise the podium once again, the smoke, and it has written again that only you can read. Mythos is the 2 of killing Versi and bringing her, some part of her, preferably either full body or head, to them. And then the second one, which is the nymph. Is that what I am understanding?
A child or a nymph.
A child or a nymph. Whichever one of those 2. So if you're looking at the nymph, since you guys were talking about Demetria, then that is then that is on the contract.
Okay.
Sign
Yeah,
now.
there's things that I want to say, but Mythos wouldn't say it in front of the hags to the party.
Okay.
And he would sign, trusting that they would trust him to explain later.
Okay.
Maybe.
All right. So you go ahead, sign. The contract is what you see. It splits in half, and it wraps around your wrist, and it contours to it, and then sort of melds and doesn't completely. It disappears, but the ink stays on your wrist as a bound contract, as an oath. And then they go. If you were to ever go back or fail, you will be cursed. How we see
The
fit.
5th time.
Yes, I see one's already upon you.
More than one.
True.
I am the cursed one.
Yes. The curse.
Fucking double peace sign and backs out of the room.
Well, promises. You come back to us within the 1 week time, the 2 weeks time, with what we require, and we will give you all the information that you need. Wonderful.
So, one final question.
Yes.
And I swear to the high heavens, if you ask for a price here, I'm going to lose my collective mind. How do I get out of this room?
They point to the altar on the left-hand side.
What? Why? That doesn't answer my... It's a stone tablet. Am I just supposed to come over and just lay on... Just like puts her like back upon her, like, am I just supposed to... I think Asimi was onto something.
What?
Fuck the woods.
Oh, that's good.
That's amazing.
Somewhere he just got a cold sweat.
Mythos, I figured it out. I see what you're trying to do here. The binding thing, just shave the fur off your wrist. It'll go with it, right? It's like it's surface level. That's how that works. You're good. I got nothing. But then you got a bare wrist. I don't know how you feel about that. So.
So now,
you guys, as you exit, all you hear is,
Oh shit, I've been needed.
Oh.
Darn it.
Did you need to say something?
Yeah, I kind of forgot in the moment, but yeah, Mythos wanted his answer now, and then get the courts on when they come back in a week.
Would you be
When
the
he-
last person to have left that area?
Yeah,
You can do that.
yeah.
now.
He waited behind. I sent Arcos
Okay.
first.
Gotcha. I was wondering, so I was like, oh, okay, maybe after he comes back. So yep, you demand now the.
We can do that. Can you do that to me in private so they don't know?
Oh yeah, let's.
And then I can have a
Well-
moment of telling them himself.
Sure.
If maybe while that's happening, because I think once Hesperia is gone and like we wait just like a few steps and see that Mythos isn't immediately following, Hesperia will just kind of look to the other three and say, "So what is Mythos's plan here?"
Do you want to go into the one-on-one room?
I don't. If
Or do
you
you
want
want
to, or we
Yeah.
can move on and we'll do
Okay.
it after.
Mhm.
Text. That's absolutely fine. All right, then. Yep. About.
But if you guys talk
5
without Mythos there, then you would have like that minute of him not being there.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was my intention
Do
here.
you
just
want me to
about
leave? The player?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's about we'll
We
say
can
that
talk
it's about
some
like
shit,
2
yeah.
like 3 it's about like 3 minute long as they tell you all the information, Mythos, and we will discuss after.
Hesperia will just kind of have her arms crossed with what she. So I think she's the last person outside of Mythos to step away because she was kind of lingering on the verge of asking her own question before, like, kind of looking at Mythos, and I think she's feeling like disappointment in him. Honestly, she comes out and's like, "So what is Mythos's plan here exactly?"
I
don't know.
That's a great question.
Because, I mean, I'm a lot of things. I'm not going to steal some child or be okay with the Oracle being attacked for some answers to some question.
Yeah, that's a very valid point, and I kind of I'm there with you. So
Well, we'll let him speak for himself, I think. But once we get away from this lake,
yeah, I just
we'll need to have that talk.
get me out of here. You know,
Actually,
like I don't think I've
the lake's
really
nice.
properly dealt with like hags before, but I forgot that the worst part of the woods are the inhabitants. Honestly, like there's a few of them that are just oh such a drag. Like that. Like I will say the house was kind of fun a little bit, but like the rest of it was just nag nag nag, whine whine whine, me. The world's so boring that I made. Ugh. Like I'm sick of it.
What are the chances that some magic of the house affected Mythos? I didn't feel anything, but
I don't. This
or
is
the
always
hags themselves.
it's never not zero.
Huh.
And in these woods, I'd say there's always a solid chance someone has been charmed or ensorcelled in some way.
Yeah.
Mythos is immune to that stuff, though.
It's got an impervious willpower.
Do I have dispel magic? Tomorrow, I might be able to see if there's anything affecting him. I'll have to study the spell book. But, well,
Okay.
we'll have a
I
chat
think he's
tonight.
alright. He can take care of himself. Though I could be entirely off basis there, but we'll see. I mean, I know that I didn't like. I'm sure he's figuring his stuff out, but I know that I don't know if I was speaking out of line or not, but I'm not comfortable with any of these the first three realizations being fulfilled. So I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I mean, if we find some, I don't know, some Hydra baby or something, I'd be fine with putting that on the altar.
All right.
Not a nymph who deserved it, but
Mythos comes back after you guys have that brief conversation about 3-ish to 5-ish, about 3-4 minutes long. The dogs are there.
Guys, wait. Before when he comes out, let's all pretend like he's been gone for weeks. Sorry.
I think after you say that, Hesperia's like, what? We'll have to like set up camp and stuff. What? How long do you think he's going to be in there? I mean, sure, I'm game for this. And she's like pulling off like her pack and like trying to start pulling stuff out. Everybody, I mean, this is a great idea. Oh, hi, Mythos. Shit.
Been waiting 16 years.
16 years.
Been Azkaban. Sorry.
Mythos might
Calder, you
say,
didn't even try. What the fuck, man?
Nope. Sure didn't.
"Don't worry. I do have a plan."
All right, we'll talk about it once we're away from this lake, okay?
Yeah, talk and walk, as Apoc has said.
Well,
Yeah,
after the
let's-
swim.
Okay.
Swim first, then
Yeah.
walk and talk.
Yeah, freestyle walk talk. Yes, unless you want to tell us right here before we take off.
We can just say that you guys are like leaving and you're swimming across and getting to your next destination. You see the dogs are they jump in as well, and you guys enter back, and that you follow them. We'll just say that you have another you have another companion. You got the black little Doberman, Rottweiler. It's a Rottweiler. Sorry.
I'm hoping they can lead us to Cherusis. Go find
Okay.
that stick we were
Yeah.
looking for. That led to Cherusis APOC. Sniff it out.
Well,
stick.
yeah, because I definitely want to like. I think the aftermath of this is something I want to
Yes.
roleplay out, but next time.
Next time on.
Dragon
I mean-
Ball Dungeon.
I mean,
Wait.
you guys do have 20 minutes, so this did take about the entire day. This is going to be a new day. Sorry, we are going to rest, and we can say that you guys have a conversation. If you want to have a conversation now, or did you want to hold off to next week?
I'd personally would hold off till next week to get how Hesperia would think about this in order.
Sure.
Because it was a pretty major
Well,
thing. I
Mythos,
think.
on the other bank, though, Mythos might say the first option is to deliver them a live nymph. And they can't outright kill Versi. So if that live nymph happens to be Versi, no harm, no foul. I just have to go and get Versi to agree.
It could be bindings. It's probably some sort of. I don't know if the deal is magical or not. There might be certain conditions that her deliverance would negate.
There's also
Possible,
the
though.
fact
Good
that
idea. It's good thought.
the other part of the contract is killing Versi. So delivering Versi
No,
to
it's one or the other. It's I either kill Versi, or I bring them a child, or I bring them a living
or a
nymph.
living nymph.
And so if that living
Clever.
nymph is Versi, who they admitted to not being able to kill, then she can laugh at them while we take our cords all the way to Lutheria. No, the mountain. That's right.
Hesperia's gonna pull out her spell book and like start flipping like some of the recent like notations and stuff, and it's like, why the fuck did I never finish the theory behind that sending spell?
Guy just
Yeah,
has like
sending
a
would be
Kronk
s-
moment. I think he's on to something. No, yeah. It's all coming together.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
The contract for Mythos. Mythos' contract.
That's great.
That's funny.
Well, I think Hesperia, she wears her emotions pretty plainly. She's obviously relieved to see that Mythos has a plan here, and she's like, all right, cool.
No.
If you bring them a kid though, we're gonna have words. And they're
What
not gonna be
if-
good ones.
What if we just tell them Andromache's like 7?
Did they specify a human?
They did not.
They did
Well,
not.
Why not just like a baby squirrel?
They said
Mythos is
a
trying to
baby
read his
girl.
wrist.
He's trying to read
Is that the fine print?
As a baby girl.
Baby girl.
Right, but they can be.
Do we get the
girls.
sense that
Baby
girl
girls
is in the
also.
like,
Humanoid.
humanoid? Fuck.
They can be
No,
girls.
Mythos looks
Wait.
a little offended. Like that was
Yes, you
never
know,
really an
options.
option. It was always one or the other. Killing Versi or producing a live nymph. Killing a child was never an option
Okay.
to be considered.
Alternatively, we could have them kill Demetria, so Sidon's pissed at them.
And I mean that is an option. Neither way, I think we need Cherusis. Without him, there's no way I can make it to Versi's temple in time.
Mythos. What is it you want the fates to tell you?
He's already been told, actually, at this point. Oh, you wouldn't know that. Sorry.
Yeah, he might
Well, I think-
hesitate for a bit, and then straighten his shoulders. I am of divine blood. Whose blood that is was something of a question.
It's Andromache's, isn't it?
It's
What?
I
I was.
I'm
It-
pretty
this-
sure
if I
Mythos
could-
is older than me.
if I could say, I deeply understand the desire to know things. At least, like, I empathize with that train of thought, but why does it matter?
I was. The Golden Sun of the Silver Queen. It's hard to express how it feels to grow up being told something and find out it's a lie. Especially when that something's as grave as standing before the actual end of the world. As we know it. I should have meant that as a player, I'm saying that. Because there is the...
Yeah. It's the
Yeah.
apocalypse.
Yeah. Okay.
The end times.
And so that might be... Mythos might take some, like, off-screen time to kind of detail, even to the others, a little bit more about his history, about how he was, like, found and raised, being told that he was, like, the son of Mitros, held until Thylea's most... till the moment that Thylea needed it most, that Mitros' son would be born again. And that's what he was, like, told, and he was raised on that belief, right? He might detail how his, like, father died, and go into more detail how he left at, like, 13, and was found by, like, the druids in the old woods who took him in and decided to train him and the girl that he was with, and how he was, like, that transferred into, like, living with the Amazons before heading out and, becoming Mythos. And again, might go into more detail about how that happened, how he, like, wanted to hunt this lion, how his arrogance in believing he could hunt this, like, lion that had been harassing the town, and it, like, turned around and killed him, and he remembers dying, right? He's like, and then when he woke up, he was how he was. And how Ophelia convinced him to kind of dupe the town of Malaz, the city of Malaz, into believing that he was, the Scion or the avatar of their god Malaz, right? And so they put him up and became their champion, so he could live in, like, luxury and stuff, right? For several years, before Cena's marking called him out.
Wow. That's a lot. Like, you actually died?
Well, obviously not, but
Well,
there's few ways I can think of anybody surviving the predicament I was in.
Huh.
No, that's a lie. I felt it. I felt that lion's jaws close on my face, even as its own light heart stopped beating on the end of my spear.
Hesperia, I imagine this conversation's happening over, like our campfire at night and stuff, and we've been, like, eating, etc. At least that's where I want to imagine it. I can almost imagine Hesperia listening to this, like, poking the stick, like, like a bored 20-year-old around a fire. Like not bored, but thoughtful.
Disinterested?
Like, well, not disinterested. Like not. I don't think she hangs on to his every word, right? She listens in that, like, detached way. When she is listening, and she'll kind of pipe up with, I mean, death isn't a barrier to magics. That's a well-established fact of the world. But I get that. But not the only one who was told the world was one way, then had it flipped on your head. She'll kind of look up to Mythos, and say, just remember that my mother told me that it's not where you come from, it's what you make of yourself. So whatever the fates told you, which was probably only half the truth, or pieces of it, pieces that could hurt you or put you down the path that amuses them the most, just remember that. Wherever you come from, it doesn't matter. We're the heroes of Thylea. We'll save it, and that's what matters.
On that note, Hesperia and Calder will throw you a wineskin. You mentioned that you're fully part of the group yet. I think you need to make part of an oath if you want to keep traveling with us.
I'm not going to promise to that Mitros is better than Odyssey. I won't lie.
No, the oath of fellowship.
Yeah, it's implied.
Sure. Yeah, so Hesperia will kind of like, toast with the wine glass, or like the wine skin,
Yeah.
rather, and say the words. And swear that oath.
That you totally remember.
And I know it's in the journal somewhere. I don't want to look it up. Do I have to look it up? Do I have to say it?
I
Yeah.
think we all did.
Oh, no. Okay, 1 second. Oath.
Okay. Well, he's looking that up. Yeah, Mythos might elaborate just the final step to say that the implication was as Mitro sacrificed herself last time, that I would do the same this time, and if that's not true, then maybe I don't have to die.
You can join the club. I'm gonna live forever. Okay, I found the thing.
Oh, I also placed it in the chat in OOC.
Okay, yes. Found it though, too. So Hesperia will kind of, toast with the glass, or the fucking wineskin. Wineskins are so weird. Like, they're so awkward to drink out of. Those things, bladders.
I can see Hesperia saying that too, like holding it.
Yeah,
She's like, this
right.
is so weird.
It's just if only I had the cup, whatever. And she'll, where am I, oh, there it is. It's getting the names of her family, because she would add that. Say, I am Hesperia Valenrose, the daughter of Leander and Myrene. I swear upon my life and my honor that I will uphold the oath of fellowship with the warriors who stand by my side. Should take a drink.
Huzzah!
And the next dragon egg we find is fucking mine.
You said it after you drank. It's not set in stone.
It's not part of the oath.
All right.
Hesperia vortex warps guy into a tree.
All right. And how about with that, we close out? Unless you guys have something important that you need to discuss.
I think that's a pretty good
No,
beat to
I
end
think
on.
that can
Okay.
be it for this week.
All right. Then. All right. Let's close out. Mythos. Do you want to do this on stream or do you want to do it in private?
Let's do it in private.
Okay, in private. Then right on. Then we'll close out right now the session 67. And we will be back. I believe we're going to be here on the 1st, Friday the 1st for
We are.
the
yes.
12th. The 12th session episode of Cholt. Yes.
the plagues of Chult.
The Plagues of Cholt. And I still have on my calendar the 5th, the Tuesday the 5th, Tuesday the 12th. I will be out Tuesday the 19th. So there's no session on July 19th. I will be in Vegas. And all right, I'll see y'all all online later.
All right, take care.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.